Wow! Finally, the characters of Final Fantasy III get their enhancements in global server. Finally, I can stop playing in my Japanese account and use my Final Fantasy III characters in all his glorious... Wait a minute. That's the protagonist of Final Fantasy III? So who the hell are you guys? Hey everyone, FFET channel here. After saw the awesome sauce of Dark Knight Cecil, this is the time of Luneth, another old character that gets outdated with the new content, but thanks to his enhancements, he can be back in the role again. So, how powerful can be Luneth with his enhancements? Let's check it out. This is Luneth. His base stats: doesn't have any magic, and in the special abilities active and passive we have HP plus 20%, counter, dual wield, innate dual wield, attack plus 30%, auto reject, pendant. This is a passive skill that increase the resistance to blind, paralyze, confuse and petrify on Luneth by 100%. Incredible passive skill. Advance. This is a skill that increase the attack of Luneth by 60% in 3 turns and also decrease the defense of Luneth in 30% for 3 turns. Hit All. A physical skill that does 180% damage to all the enemies. Cut Throw. The most powerful skill of Luneth that does 250% physical damage to one enemy and ignores 25% of defense. So normalized, Cut Throw does 375% damage to one enemy. And finally, Sword Master, that is a passive that increases the attack of Luneth in 20% when Luneth has a sword equipped. We can see that Luneth's skill set is very basic because, well, of course, he is one of the first 5-star units that arrived to Brave Exvius. So what Luneth can do with that limited skill set, let's check it out. First of all, I'm going to show you that my Luneth only has a little attack pot, and with Audience Spare and also this equipment, Apocalypse, Enhancer, Imperial Helm, Laswell Claw, Ifrit's Claw, Brother's Ring, Adventure 2, 2 attacks 15% and attack 30%, my Luneth has almost 5000 HP and almost 700 attack. The innate dual wield makes Luneth has a very good attack with all the F2P equipment. So, we have the equipment, let's go to the dummy right now. Well, let's try first the normal attack. Okay. Next, let's try Hit All. Okay, nice damage. Next, let's try Cut Throw. Okay. Let's see how much damage Luneth does now with Advance. Activate it. Okay, now let's do Cut Throw again. Almost 100 more damage. There's not really much to say about Luneth. He only has 3 skills, and 2 of them are physical damage and no elemental or anything like that. So let's jump to the TM build. I have my Luneth now with those equipment: Save the Queen, Brotherhood, Black Cowl, Demon Mail, Bracer, Ifrit's Claw, Quick Assault, Attack 30%, Great Sword Mastery, and Dark Knight Soul. With that, my Luneth now has 5300 HP and 915 attack. For a very old unit, Luneth has very nice attack stats. Okay, again the normal attack. Okay. Next, hit all. Good throw. Okay, let's cast Advance to increase the attack. And finally, good throw. Okay, yeah, they are respectable numbers. Not something to be crazy about, but that's fine. Okay, now let's see how much damage can Luneth do in the maximum shake count. For that, I'm going to cast Hero's Crest with Sargabat. Also, my Tutor and Use will do Divine Ruination. The good thing about it is that the frame delay with Divine Ruination and Cut Throw are almost the same, so you can cast both Divine Ruinations and Cut Throw at the beginning to chain the first hit, at least. Let's see how much damage we can do. Okay, that was about 1.3 million. Let's check it out again. Yeah, that was almost 1.3, 1.4 million. Pretty nice for Luneth. And he doesn't have his enhancements. Enhancement time! Luneth has 3 enhancements. The first one is Advance. Advance plus 0, you know that increase the attack of Luneth in 60% and reduce his defense in 20%, in 30%. Well, Advance plus 2, first of all, now becomes a physical attack. It does 200% physical damage to the enemy. Also increase the attack of Luneth in 100% for 2 turns. And also decrease the defense of Luneth in 30% for 2 turns. This skill is not worth to enhance because you have another means to increase the attack of Luneth, and really it's not worth the price that it costs because +1 and +2, each one asks you for a tier 5 Christ, a support Christ, and really is not worth it. Next we have Swordmaster that I already enhanced. Swordmaster normal vanilla increase the attack of Luneth in 20% when a sword is equipped. Swordmaster +1 increase the attack in 50% when Luneth has a sword. And Swordmaster +2 increase the attack of Luneth in 50% when you have a sword, 50% when you have a dagger, 50% when you have a great sword, and 50% when you got a katana. Meaning, now the restriction of only have a sword on Luneth is gone and you can equip sword, dagger, great sword, and katanas. With that, Luneth becomes a full monster. With Swordmaster +2, Luneth can reach 1100 attack without trouble, becoming an absolutely beast and one of the top finishers in the game right now in global. So Swordmaster is a must-have skill to enhance if you plan to use Luneth. Finally, we had Cut Throw. Cut Throw +0 vanilla form does 250% physical damage to one enemy with 25% defense ignore, so that means it will be normalized 375% damage to one enemy. Cut Throw +1 increase the ignore defense in 50% instead of 25%, that means Cut Throw +1 does 500% physical damage to one enemy. And Cut Throw +2 increase the damage in 350% with 50% ignore defense to one enemy. That means Cut Throw does 700% physical damage to one enemy. And also, If before using Could Throw you use the advanced skill, no matter what level, +0, +1 or +2, if you use advanced before, the next turn Could Throw becomes Slay. Slay is a skill that does 525% physical damage to the enemy with 50% defense ignore. That means normalized, Slay will do 1050% physical damage to the enemy in one hit. I really don't want to think how much damage a 1100 attack Luneth could do with Slay. Well, I don't have to think about it. Let's test it. Let's go to the battlefield now. First of all, I want to thank my friend Crazy Ivan for letting me use his Enhanced Luneth. Thank you, man. Okay. The Luneth Enhanced got this equipment and got 881 attack, and my Luneth Unenhanced got that equipment and 885 attack, almost the same attack, so we're good. First of all, with the Unenhanced Luneth, I'm going to throw Could Throw. Let's see how much damage he does. Okay, almost 400k, 400k and a little more. Now let's try Could Throw +2 to see the damage. Okay, 1 million damage. Oh my god, almost 600k more damage than the Unenhanced Luneth. Okay, but what about chaining? Let's try the same test. First advance. Okay, now let's try the chain with my 2 Orland use. And with Slay. Okay, let's see that number again. Holy shit! Alright, not too bad. Not too bad at all. In the pros and cons of Luneth, we have, in the pros, good attack and HP. Luneth has very good innate HP, meaning you don't have to use much materials or equipment to increase his HP. Also, he has a very good innate attack, meaning that even without Sword Master in haste, Luneth can reach very good attack numbers. Innate dual wield. Having innate dual wield is very good because you don't have to spend one accessory or material slot in dual wield or using special weapons that grants dual wield. That means you can focus on increment the maximum damage possible on Luneth. Massive finisher. Could Throw +2 does a massive amount of damage and is one of the best finishers now in the game. It doesn't matter if you enhance advance or not. If you use advance and then you use a Slay, for sure in a chain you will do a nuclear amount of damage. Stats ailment immunity. With your pendant, you are immune to blind, paralyze, confuse and petrify, the most nasty stuff of a physical damage dealer. Meaning you don't have to use equipment to prevent that stats ailments and again focus only on maximizing the attack of Luneth. In the cons we have, well, I can't think of any right now. Really, Luneth is a very balanced unit. It was a little outdated before, but now with his enhancements, Luneth is a very valid unit right now, a very powerful one. He has innate dual wield, he can equip the most useful type of weapons now, he gets a bonus for each one of those type of weapons, he has very good passives, his most powerful skill Could Throw does devastating damage, he can reach very good attack numbers, he can pass the 1000 attack threshold. I don't think Luneth has a negative point, and that's very strange because I tried to find out all the negative things of units, even if those are very little details, but Luneth is a very balanced unit. Well, that's all for this episode. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, please like my video, and see you later.